I thought that I didn't want to be in this world, on this planet. I don't know what it was. Well, I know what it started over, and that was a girl. Normally, that's what happens, right? In most cases, I guess. But I just didn't want to be alive. I had the greatest girl, I thought. Actually, she introduced me to my wife now, so I'm very grateful for how things turned out. But at the time, she left. She broke up, left me, and there he comes. You don't have to call when we're live. Anyways, I'm talking about my story in depression, so I told him you knew the format here.
I didn't know you was going live so early, man.
7 o'clock, man. We're
You
not
couldn't
late.
wait?
We don't wait, we create. Anyways, so as a teenager, I was very suicidal. I thought by taking a drug overdose and just ending things that my life would be much better in heaven, as it were. I just didn't want to exist. I woke up every day and thought about how not to wake up every day. So a lot of people go through this kind of thing. There's other forms of depression. As I got older, I wasn't suicidal anymore, but the young part of my career, I just got by. I just made my paycheck, paid my bills, went out and blew a lot of money on drugs and alcohol as a young man. Then I got off of all that stuff, and I went for a good 20 or 30 years without drinking. And then a few years ago, I started drinking again. Luckily, I got off of that too. But there's a lot of things with depression. Do you have a story you want to share?
I hit it for maybe a year, just a year, and it was just really the breakup, the divorce, and when kids are involved. Because sometimes people use kids as pawns. I'm not saying that's what happened, or maybe I am, but it really hurt me. Not being able to be in control or not be able to see my daughter like I wanted to. But then I fought for her. Joint custody now. Everything is better. But I was able to move forward.
So things got better.
Things got better. And then I started to realize that that I was looking at things the wrong way. Instead of looking at it as something I could learn from and then possibly tell people about my testimonial, it could help them. Because a lot of things we go through in life, it happens to other people too. But there's always a success story out of that. It's whether or not you choose to be the one that has the story to tell.
You raise a good point too. Things change, and we should never make a permanent decision based on a temporary problem or issue. And another thing when it comes to suicide is we tend to think, if I kill myself, so what? So what? But what about all the people left behind? It destroys families. It destroys relationships and people, and it really is a selfish act. So let's talk about signs of depression.
Signs of depression.
Yeah. We're going to go down this list of signs of
depression. Sleep issues on an almost daily basis. Either difficult sleeping or sleeping too much.
Yeah, and changes in appetite and weight. Changes of more than 5% of your body weight in a month, or decrease or increase in appetite nearly every day. That's a sign.
Decreased energy or fatigue almost every day is definitely a sign as well.
Difficulty concentrating, making decisions, and thinking clearly.
Recurrent thoughts. Oh, this is a bad one. Recurrent thoughts of death or suicide. A suicide attempt or a specific plan for suicide.
Yeah. Here's some statistics I think you'll find very interesting.
I saw that here too, remember?
Yeah. Here's some statistics I noted on here. 5% of the U.S. population seasonal depression in every year. 5% of the U.S. population experiences seasonal depression in any given year.
The seasonal. They said around November, December.
Christmas. But that's why I thought about doing this now in the summer, because there's people that get depressed during the summer. People are going on vacations. People are getting out of school. Some graduated, some
didn't.
See
all this stuff on, everybody's posting, they're going on vacation, and you're like, man.
Yeah, everybody else having fun but me, but you, but us.
And then, of course, the average age of one set is between 20 and 30 years old.
Yeah, depression first starts at that age. 4 out of 5 people, now this kind of blew me away, 4 out of 5 people, I just lost my train of thought for that. 4 out of 5 people with seasonal depression are women.
That's crazy.
4 out of 5.
Wow. Suicide is 10th leading cause of death in the United States.
Yeah. And it's the second leading cause of death among people between the ages of 15 and 24.
the teenage years, going into
And I
adult
fell
life.
right into that category. I'm so grateful that I was not successful. That's one thing I'm glad I was not successful.
You know what a crazy number is? 44,000 Americans die by suicide each year.
That's a lot of people.
That is a lot.
And that's 44,000 people. But imagine how big the number is of those affected by it that were left behind. Females attempt suicide twice as often as males.
And 40% of all persons who complete suicide have made at least one previous attempt.
Males are 4 times as likely to die by suicide. So 4 out of 5 attempts are by females, but the males, they're more successful at it, which is sad. That's a sad thing to be successful of.
It is.
More males.
Where we at? 2 or 3% of children's ages 6 to 12 may have serious depression.
6-year-olds can suffer from serious depression. So
What do you think those things are? Bullying?
It could be bullying, absolutely.
Parents?
School, peer pressure, parents fighting. I mean,
Parents breaking up?
You know, and that might have been part of my thing when I was young. My parents, I did not have the best home life. My parents fought a lot. There was alcohol involved in the household, and I remember seeing my mom and dad fight. And, you know, they'd get in a fight, and my mom would have my dad arrested, and then an hour later, we're down at the police station bailing them out.
Wow.
So it was crazy.
Wow, that's crazy. That is crazy.
Yeah, depression is the leading cause of disability worldwide.
Worldwide. That's crazy. Depressed National Hotline. For those that may know someone that is depressed, or if you are depressed.
If you even think you're depressed.
National Helpline is 1-800-622-HELP or 1-800-622-4357.
Yeah. And again, if you're thinking you're depressed or you're not sure, the neat thing about these numbers, I got another number for you, is that you can call and it's anonymous. Nobody's going to track you down. Nobody's going to ring your phone unless you want them to. But it's somebody you can talk to. Maybe you're having a problem right now. You don't know who to talk to. You can certainly call either one of us. But if you want to talk to a complete stranger and get some stranger advice, and I don't mean strange in a weird way, but somebody who's not threatening to you in your life and whatever you're going through, there's also a national suicide hotline that you can call. And, you know, I think I called this when I was younger, and it didn't really work for me, but it was nice to know that it was there. There's somebody you can call 24/7. And the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline, they call it Lifeline. I like that, not hotline. A helpline and lifelines is 1-800-273-8255. That's 1-800-273-8255. I'm going to post these numbers here in a few minutes on this, but I hope this has helped somebody out there.
That's good stuff, man.
As we get into the holiday seasons, after summer ends or whenever, if you start feeling depressed, look us up. Scroll down the list here and take a look, because depression's a serious thing and it's
Definitely
overlooked
is.
by a lot. Don't let if people are laughing at you and it's hurting you, reach out to somebody.
Well,
There are
you
people
know
who
what's
care.
crazy? My little sister noticed. She said, I knew you were depressed. She said, I didn't want to do nothing. I'd be in my room. But you know what she did? She continued to check up on me. And she continued to reach out. And just sometimes, I finally one day, I just pulled out. I was like, you know what? Hey. I said, man, I got to go, man. I got a little one that's dependent on me. I got things I got to do.
Yeah. Folks, thank you for watching tonight. We'll see you next Monday night for Straight Talk. Don't forget to catch us Monday through Saturday at 8 a.m. for Coffee Time with Anthony V and SubaruSteve. Philip Spencer, Ron Surgeon, and Tricia, we miss you guys too.
Miss
We'll
y'all.
talk to you all later. Have a great night. Whatever you do, remember, it's a choice, and do it in a Subaru. Not all things, though. That's it. Straight Talk. We're done. Have a good night, folks.